I really can't stand any task management. Nobody have been telling me to do that, and I don't know why. Hi and welcome back to my channel. Here we're talking language learning, productivity tips for busy professional or multi-passionate, multi-potential lead, and who get bored very easily like me. I'm happy to have you back here, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. I've created also a playlist on the topic, and I have a lot of video about multi-potential, multi-passionate, or simply productivity for people like us. And on today's video, I wanted to talk about how much I am using my calendar. I think, addicted to Google Calendar. Yes, I am. I think sometimes people are a little bit underrating with calendar, and I live in the Netherlands. People are like up to date with their calendar. They're planning things like years in advance. No, I'm joking, like a few months in advance. While I thought I was not a planner, I love to plan. I sometimes don't execute. That's just the difference. But I like to have a long-term plan, but I'm also very spontaneous and I can do things last minute. That's completely fine with me. But there is a new way that now I'm using my calendar, which is completely different from what I used to do. And this is, I am planning, I'm literally putting things in my calendar for me to do. And I'm not talking about tasks. Actually, I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but I really can't stand any task management, any apps that like to-do list and things. I really hate those things. I don't know, it doesn't work for me. This video, I just go with the flow. I went and I thought some idea this morning. I was like, oh, I'm gonna shoot it tonight. And I did it. No, there were no plans, but it works. But certain things you can't just wing it like that. You need to have a plan in place. And for me, the way that I do it is that I use the reminder version to do things. Let me explain it. I think it's very useful if you're someone that have a lot of things going on. And that sounds like a very simple tips, and then maybe many of you already doing it, but I've only recently started doing it. Nobody have been telling me to do that, and I don't know why. Like, why people, you don't tell me I could do that, or give me the idea. Oh, come on. Yeah. Anyway, so the whole idea is that when you have something that you need to do, if it's not something you need to do this week, put it in your calendar as an appointment, not as a task. I think task doesn't work well for me because it's just there is not a time for it. What I do is that I would put either on the weekend, or like I mentioned in one of my other video, I would have a weekend for myself. If you haven't watched the video, you can click the link. I will explain clearly what it is. That I will put specifically on my Google Calendar a time slot of how long I think the task is going to take me. If it's, for example, to cancel a subscription in a year, and that I don't want to cancel it now because it would cancel automatically, the moment that I purchase the subscription, I'm creating a reminder in my calendar, usually on a weekend because that's what I usually have time. So I create a calendar and a reminder of that calendar booking, which is like usually 15 minutes if I need to cancel something, and then I'm putting it there. I know when the time comes I will remember to do something. It's not about remembering things, it's remembering to do things. I think that's the first step. I have also used Google Calendar not only to put reminder, but to do blocking. I've tried the whole blocking week. It doesn't work for me. I always get carried away. I have this problem where I'm starting a task and have so many unfinished tasks. But what I really love to do is that I put a time slot in a moment that I know I'm usually free. So that can be in the morning, 8 to 9. And I would put something specific to do that I know will take me like half an hour or something like that. So I received a notification on my phone that reminds me, hey, you have this to get done. And if I don't get it done, which can happen and it's okay, I put the same thing another time during the day or tomorrow. Like I really need that thing to get done. If I put it as a task, I think I just can do it at any time. But if I put it in my calendar at a specific moment, I am more likely to get it done. It's strange. I don't know why. It just works. And I was thinking, okay, I think that's a very important and very useful tips. And this is something that I do also with language learning. And with language learning, what I do as well is that I add any file or any links. If I want to study or listen to a podcast, I would put it directly in the calendar invite, the link. So when the pop-ups came, the notification, it shows, oh, you have to listen to this podcast. And I would have the link of the podcast so I can click on it. And that really reduces the friction. This is what you want with your task and your to-do list. You don't need an extra list of seeing the thing. You know somehow you have to do them. You will remember when it might be too late, but you know that you have those to be done. You just don't know when you can do them. So having this ready and adding the link or the resource or whatever, that's help. So if you have to do a task and you have to remember a few points, just put it there. And then can be for anything, whatever you're doing that you need to do. You can just jump on there and decide, okay, this is what I'm gonna do that day. And those are the link or the document that I would need. So I put them already there. Simple, but for me has changed a lot. So I hope that will also help you a lot. And I think with those extra tips, which is not about extreme productivity, but is more about simple, straightforward tips, which will help you in the long run build that flow. I hope all of those will help you achieve what you want to achieve. And that, yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.